The Crystal Kingdom was once a beacon of light, visible even from the distant shores of the outer realms. Its towers gleamed with a multitude of facets, each surface a testament to the magical mastery of its inhabitants. The kingdom was not just a place, but a symbol of harmony, where the magic of crystals kept the balance between day and night, light and shadow. As dawn broke on what should have been a radiant morning, a subtle unease took hold of the kingdom. The horizon hesitated, the sun's rays struggling against a sudden gloom. The crystals, conduits of the kingdom's life force, pulsed with a faint and faltering light. Whispers of concern turned to murmurs of fear as the Crystal Scepter, the source of the realm's magic, showed the first signs of dimming. In the heart of the kingdom stood the grand crystal spire, a marvel that touched the skies. It was here that the scepter was kept, atop the highest tower, guarded by the crystal sentinels. But the sentinels were helpless as the shadow began to shroud the spire, their spells of protection waning with the weakening light. The royal family, descendants of the first crystal mage, felt the change in their bones. The king, a wise ruler who had never faced such darkness, called upon his council. His two children, Princess Amethysta and Prince Lumin, stood by his side, their youthful faces etched with determination to understand this growing threat. As the kingdom prepared for the day ahead, the marketplace that once buzzed with vibrant life was tense with hushed tones. The crystal artisans found their crafts dull and listless, the farmers' crops lacked their usual luster, and the children's laughter was subdued, as if afraid to disturb the creeping silence. As the shadow's grip tightened, the Crystal Kingdom's once vibrant hues dulled, casting an eerie pall over the land. Princess Amethysta, with her keen understanding of crystal lore, noticed patterns in the encroaching darkness. She deduced that the shadow was not merely spreading, but searching, seeking the scepter's core to extinguish its light entirely. Prince Lumin, ever the adventurer, proposed a daring plan to venture into the forgotten crypts below the kingdom, where ancient texts spoke of a primordial light that could counteract any darkness. The king, though reluctant to send his children into danger, knew that their unique talents made them the kingdom's best hope. The siblings gathered a band of the kingdom's most skilled mages, warriors and scholars. Each member was chosen for their expertise and their valiant hearts. Among them was Calum, the royal astronomer whose knowledge of the stars might illuminate their path, and Mira, a crystal enchantress with the skill to manipulate light in astonishing ways. They set out under the cover of an artificially brightened day, a temporary spell cast by the kingdom's mages to provide safe passage. The marketplace, usually a hub of trade and merriment, was now a place of somber preparations, as the inhabitants provided supplies and whispered blessings for the journey ahead. As the party reached the crypt's entrance, a heavy stone door carved with runes of the old magic, they couldn't help but feel the weight of their quest. This was the first step into the unknown, where legends came to life and the fate of the Crystal Kingdom would be decided. Deep within the crypts, the path twisted into labyrinths of ancient stone. Murals depicted the Crystal Kingdom's history, including the mysterious origins of the Crystal Scepter. The tale spoke of a time when light and shadow were one, a harmony that kept the kingdom in balance. This balance, now lost, was key to their quest. Suddenly, the party faced their first true test as shadow creatures, born from the darkness that plagued the land, emerged from the walls. The warriors stood firm, their blades gleaming with light magic, while the mages wove protective spells. Mira's incantations made their armor gleam like stars, repelling the creatures with bursts of radiant light. In the heart of the crypt, they discovered an atrium bathed in moonlight, funneled from the surface through a series of mirrors. At its center lay an ancient dais, upon which rested a shard of pure, glowing crystal. It was the first light, the crypt's heart, and the key to restoring the scepter's power. As Prince Lumin reached for the shard, a colossal shadow beast, the darkness incarnate, loomed over them, its form a swirling mass of terror. The battle that ensued was fierce. Magic and might clashed with the formless foe. It was Princess Amethysta's courage that led her to thrust the shard into the scepter, igniting a blinding explosion of light. The light did not destroy but purified, as the shadow beast howled and transformed before their eyes into its true form, a guardian of balance, twisted by the imbalance of the world. With the scepter's light restored, the guardian bowed to the heirs, acknowledging their roles as the new keepers of balance. The atrium, now serene, bathed the party in a gentle glow. The guardian, its true noble form revealed, spoke of the times before the darkness, when it stood as the protector of the Crystal Kingdom's heart. Its voice, like a melody, resonated with wisdom and sorrow for the centuries of conflict it had unwillingly sown. With the guardian's guidance, the royal siblings learned to wield the scepter not as a weapon, but as a tool of healing. They ventured throughout the crypt, directing its light to restore and rejuvenate the murals, which in turn revitalized the land above, the first signs of life stirring in the once barren fields. The journey back to the surface was marked by transformation. The once ominous corridors now shimmered with a soft radiance, and the shadow creatures, freed from their torment, escorted the party like loyal subjects, their forms now graceful and luminous. Upon reaching the surface, the kingdom's people, who had gathered in despair, looked on in awe as the darkness receded like a tide. Flowers bloomed in its wake, and the sky, clear for the first time in ages, welcomed the morning sun, which mingled with the scepter's light to cast prismatic colors across the kingdom. The siblings' bond had become their strength, a union of light and shadow. As they approached their parents, the king and queen, the royal couple wept with joy. The kingdom rejoiced in song and dance, for the heirs had not only reclaimed their heritage, but had also united their people in hope and peace. As the celebrations ensued, the Crystal Kingdom gleamed under the open skies. The guardian, now a gentle spirit, joined the people, its presence a warm reminder of the new harmony. The royal family stood before their subjects, their hearts full, as they proclaimed the dawn of a new era. The kingdom, once divided, found unity in their shared struggle and triumph. The scepter, placed at the heart of the atrium, became a symbol of their collective strength, a beacon for all nations that peace was possible through compassion and understanding. The royal siblings, hailed as the Lightbringers, were no longer seen as mere heirs to a throne, but as the embodiment of the kingdom's spirit. Their adventures had taught them humility and the importance of every life, be it grand or modest. In time, the Crystal Kingdom became a sanctuary, a place of pilgrimage for those seeking enlightenment, and a reminder of the darkness that can befall a world divided. The siblings' story was etched into the annals of history, a tale to inspire generations to come. And as the first chapter of their reign began, the kingdom prospered. The fields yielded bountiful harvests, the arts flourished, and neighboring realms sought their counsel. The Crystal Kingdom had become a testament to the power of unity, and its guardians, a legacy of light.